Great Monday morning, September 14th, 2020. To God be the glory for yet another brand new week where we could do His will. We are in the 18th chapter of John, and this is where the betrayal happens in the garden. Jesus went over to the brook of Cedron, and it says that this was a place where he would often resort. And even in the midst of where you have enemies and people who betray you, or you have haters, do you have a place where you go? It's so important for us to have recess, to have a place, an oasis where we can just exhale. It says in verse 2, Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place, for Jesus oft times resorted thither with his disciples. Where do you oft times go when the world is coming against you and you know that this is the case, that we are not of the world? We're here, we're planted, we're assigned. But just as Jesus said in verse 36, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight. But just like that, we're not of this world. We are residents, and we're to be good stewards. So with that in mind, we are to take advantage of the beauty that the Lord has given us as a resource to exhale and to take time to just bless his name, which is always, and to thank him for what he has given us out in nature. And this is make sure we get out there. Maybe we didn't have a chance this morning, but in Psalms 104, it talks about how the Lord springeth, he sendeth the springs into the valleys, which run among the hills. He watereth those hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. In Psalm 74, it talks about how he makes the summer time and the winter time. And again, in Psalms 104:19, he appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. Everything is orchestrated according to his hand, and nature is perfect. And with that, we can go forth in verse 23 unto our work, unto our labor, until evening, or whatever is punch out time. But in the midst of all that we do, we take Sabbaths, rests. And in Psalms 104:34, my meditation of the Lord shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord, even though there's so much that we'll be confronted with, especially on Monday mornings, but we still can be glad and rejoice in the works of the Lord. Now, with that in mind, we can be strengthened, we can be nourished. Like I said, we might not have had our physical breakfast, but it's most important to have our spiritual breakfast, and we will be able to do great things and point to the Lord all day. We don't get the glory, but Father gets his own glory. And in Psalms 144, blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Now, even though we might be in a battle, we might be in a war, it's the Lord who is our commander, our divine commander, and our general. And we'll be able to say the last verse of that chapter, Psalms 144. Happy, even in the midst, being in the battleground. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Happy is that people whose God is the Lord. Amen. So take the time to love on the Lord. Make sure that you are following his direction and have recess. Enjoy the fruits of the works of the labor that the Lord has given you and his resources.